Oh boy. Oh shit. go down as the man that took down the West way of world order, and he is not playing with that mess right now. P, what's the skin des black cold war? Are you prepared, guys? Just going to blackout? Nope. So are we going to get nuked? Somebody's getting. I mean, something's about to happen. I'm about to just put it like that. Something's about to happen. We don't know what part is Putin aiming at. I don't know if he's aiming directly at us. Is he aiming them? I don't know. Well, TikTok is in the comments filtering stuff. Oh, really? How do they do that? Flocka James. For Walker Flocka James, Walker Flocka Flame. Okay, I see what you did there. Hey, thank you for the donations, man. Thank you. Show my donors some love. Show my donors some love. Texas. I was just posting a video on Texas. It would not let me post a video on Texas. But there's these Warhawks. Y'all know when when the Warhawks go black. When the Warhawks go black, when they're dark, when they got no lights and they're just sitting there and in plain sight, hidden. If you're in the army, you know that is when the United States, or that is when they're getting ready for something. Down in Texas, they have Warhawks all over in pure black, no lights, no nothing, in stealth mode, just sitting there waiting, like they're expecting something to come towards our border from the south. Don't know what is going on, but they're sitting there just waiting. I'm like, huh, interesting. Complete dark, huh? Y'all waiting for somebody? Y'all waiting for China? Waiting for China to come up here? Dude, chill. How about you chill out of my life? Thank you. All right. Any kind of spamming of dude chill or your fear mongering and all that mess can get the hell out of here. I'm not dealing with it today. Too many things been going on the last couple of days for y'all to even be throwing out the fear mongering word or dude chill. No, it's not a time to chill. It's a time to get this shit out. This isn't a topic black men should be talking about. Get your racist ass out of here. Bye. The fuck? What does my skin color have to do with my topic? Anyways, South Korean president overheard assaulting United States Congress as idiots. So we have our own we have our own we have our own ally calling us idiots. Okay. Okay. He's not wrong. Get your racist ass out of here too. Bye. It's a lot of these people coming out. Computer warriors, I call them. They talk shit over the computer but won't do it in person. I wish somebody would say that to me in person, but that would never happen. Anyways, we have South Korea calling Biden and his Congress idiots. Idiots. Completely calling them idiots. What's the rules for mods? The rules today? Take off your gloves. Take off your gloves, and if you see some ignorant ass shit, and I don't mean just some small ignorant shit, people are going to talk their mess. If you see some ignorant shit, and they just keep posting it and posting the ignorant shit, get rid of them. I don't care how you do it. That's on you. Get rid of them. I'm not dealing with it today. I got a lot of shit to talk about today, and I can't have my lives be interrupted by ignorant ass people. So take the gloves off if y'all have to. But besides that, they're just talking little shit or whatever. Let them talk their little shit. If they come back later, I'll deal with it. I remember names. Russian-occupied areas hold referendums. I just told y'all this. Yes, they are holding referendums today. This shit is going down. They are not playing this mess. We have till the 27th for these votes to be held. So these votes will be held up to the 27th. And then after the 27th, Russia is going to work to make that territory part of them. Right now, it's part. Right now, they're being labeled as independent, and then Russia will annex them after they're marked as independent. Now, what's the difference from independent? Okay, well, if independent, there'd be all independent spots, own independent territories. Not Ukraine, not Russia, but held by Russian-backed forces. When Russia picks it up, since Vladimir Putin already signed that pen on the annexing of those cut territories, if they vote on it, then they'll immediately work on that, and it's a wrap from there. Because then Russia has to build it up militarily. They have to make sure those spots are well protected. They got to put most of their gear and stuff to make sure the citizens there are protected. And Ukraine's attack on those territories, even though they're part of Ukraine, would be an attack on Russia. So Ukraine and NATO won't just be at war with, well, never mind. There's no way to put it. The United States and NATO would just escalate the war with Russia even more. Basically, Russia's using Ukraine to start this war with NATO and the United States, just like NATO and the United States was using this war to start with Russia. They wanted to get this, they wanted to weaken the Russian government. They wanted a regime change. They wanted to get Vladimir Putin out. Now, the difference is, guys, what we supported in this war, when this war first started, when people were hanging up Ukrainian flags and didn't know what the shit they were talking about. When it first came up, we were supporting Ukraine because Ukraine wanted their territory back, right? We were supporting Ukraine because they were fighting for their freedom. With the ones that were supporting them, the ones that was listening to the news and was supporting Ukraine and hanging up their flags and saying, "Oh, rah, Ukraine." They were doing all that because that's what Ukraine said they wanted. They wanted that back. Right. No. The problem is people is not knowing that Ukraine's goal is not the same no more. They're not trying to just fight back for their territory. They're trying to get a regime change. If y'all don't know, yesterday the Ukrainian army asked the United States to do a nuclear strike on Russia. Yesterday, it's been all over your Fox and all over your CNN that, should the United States do a nuclear strike on Russia's nuclear targets? Like, are you fucking serious? Why is that even in the discussion? Yes, Zelensky has demanded that the United States and NATO do a preemptive nuclear strike on Russia before they even think about using nuclear weapons on Ukraine. Not on the United States, not on Poland, on Ukraine. So oh my gosh. Now we're not talking about the destruction of, or just Putin getting out of the office. We're talking about the destruction of our planet. So y'all want to nuke Russia. Y'all want that. And guess what? We're on board with it. I'm not saying we're on board with the nuclear strikes, but we're on board on the fact that Putin is putting out nuclear rhetoric, which is getting it to be a reason for us to get a little more harsh on Russia. If Vladimir Putin drops a tactical nuke on Ukraine, that's a hypothetical scenario. It won't be on Ukraine. I promise you it's probably going to be in Poland or somewhere else, or it could be on Ukraine. I mean, it could be, but it would be stupid to drop it on Ukraine because it'll just go right back into Russia. I already told y'all there's two scenarios that I see where that's going to happen. One, Ukraine keeps hitting those areas, and Russia hits back and tactical nukes Zaporizhia. Zaporizhia, explode or not, would be equivalent to an atomic bomb. That's how big the explosion would be from the Zaporizhia. This radiation could go into Russia, calling for emergency powers, be an excuse for Putin to use even more of their arsenal. More of the people will be dying. It can also go into Europe, cause a Article 5, because NATO will blame it on Russia either fucking way. One way or the other. they're going to blame them. Europe is still buying Russian gas. This is going to be a long war. Hell yeah, Europe has no fucking choice. Europe has no fucking choice. It's either they get the little bit of gas that they can out of Russia, or they just completely keep getting their regime changed. Getting their people kicked out of office. I expect EMPs. Where do you think EMPs come from? You say you expect EMPs, not nukes. Where do you think EMPs come from? They don't just come from regular missiles. Everybody that's explained the EMP, unless you're talking about super EMPs, and that one's pretty bad, but EMP comes from a nuclear weapon. When they say nuclear weapon detonated at a high altitude to the point that it's not harming any, civilians or anything, it's just harming infrastructure. It comes from a nuke. So if we get EMP, we're getting nuked. Just letting y'all know that the EMP is basically a nuclear weapon. Now, they have non-nuclear EMPs, but the best way for them to be delivered is through a nuclear weapon. And like I said, for regions of Ukraine prepared to hold referendums. This was a little bit before I figured out that they were already holding them last night. They've been holding them since, I think, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning last night, my time, Eastern time, United States. So you guys ready? I know I keep saying that, but are you actually really prepared for this? Like, I see Cosmo over there trying to warn her base. I see me over here trying to warn my base. I see Off Grid over there trying to warn their base. And I always think before I go to sleep, how many people are truly ready? How many people are truly ready? Not just saying it, not just saying, oh, yeah, I am getting my stuff together. Not just saying it. How many people are truly ready? Because this is going to catch people off guard. I mean, nobody's even expecting. Let's be real. A lot of people are still just hopeful that this does not happen, that this just stands down and nobody is being serious, and that this is rhetoric. I know that's why I get so much hate. I know that's why I get so much hate. People don't want this. I don't want this. And people act like I want this just because I report it, but I don't want this. I don't. Nuclear war, nobody's ready for. I'm not ready for it either. A nuclear war, fuck no. EMP, yeah, I'm ready for survival mode. I'm ready to go out there and try to survive. And, I know how to make a fire. I know how to boil my water. I know how to filter my shit. I know how to clean my shit if I have to. Like, damn. I mean, I know how to do that. But nuclear war? No, nobody's prepared for that, man. I don't care how good you are. I don't care if you're the highest of officials. You got the deepest bunker in the ground. And they're still saying, oh, yeah, y'all going to be affected too. Someday y'all got to come up there, and we still don't know what's going to happen after. My point is, it's still a chance that this can just be an EMP. It's still that chance. I don't want to go and, scare everybody into thinking we're straight in a nuclear war, which we can really be easily. So I'm putting it out there, but there's still a chance it could just be an EMP. And the power could just be out for years. And, we just have to figure out how to survive that way and deal with a whole bunch of angry humans on the streets. I'd much rather deal with that than deal with a fucking radioactive country that I know I can't go outside unless I have a radioactive suit or some kind of filtering within my radioactive suit. Like, no, hell no, bro. Hell no. Not the way to go. You and Cause should do a live together. We were just talking about it. I think she might have got busy. We were just talking. I sent her a request, but yeah, I think she got busy or something. Her live's killing my live right now anyway. I see her live have like 1,000 people. My live's over here at 427. She's killing my shit. But that's why I'm dragging it. I'm leaving it low until after. All right. Let's continue on. You stay cheating on me. I ain't cheat on you. Though she was pretty cool. All right. South Korea has sent wait. The United States has sent private warnings to Russia again against using nuclear weapons. Okay. So Vladimir Putin came out and told you guys on a national speech, nobody knew what he was talking about, that the West has been sending him nuclear blackmails. Nuclear blackmails, right? So Vladimir Putin came out and told you guys that nobody knew where it was from. We haven't really heard the United States say they were going to nuke Russia or Ukraine say they were going to nuke Russia or anything like that. Attacking the power plant could be nuclear blackmail, but that's not what I suspected he was talking about. Now it comes out the White House came out and said, yes, they have threatened Russia multiple times about grave consequences that will follow in the use of nukes in Ukraine. So basically, let me say, because they're not going to tell you exactly what they didn't said. They're not going to tell you that. Thank you, Brian, for the donation to the Cash App. Thank you, man. So basically, you guys are telling me that you guys are sending out nuclear threats to Russia. Basically telling them, hey, if you nuke Ukraine, we're going to nuke you. Or, hey, if you nuke Ukraine, we're going to hit Crimea. That's why the big rumor about the United States and NATO will hit Crimea, maybe they've been sending that to Russia. For months, guys, this ain't the first time, this ain't the second time, this ain't the third time. For months, we've been sending secret messages, and it says it on there. For months, we've been sending secret messages to Russia, threatening them. That can't be good. That can't be good. They don't like threaten. They want to promise. You got to show the Russians strength. And this is a zoom out version of it. The United States has sent private warnings to Russia against using a nuclear weapon. The Biden administration has been sending messages to Moscow about grave consequences that will follow the use of a nuclear weapon in Ukraine. Crazy. Yeah, Biden said it himself. It'll be consequences worse than, compared to the Cold War. Wake up, folks. Let's continue on. Ukraine, talk of nuclear conflict unacceptable. The UN chief. He came out and everybody's asking for a ceasefire. Now people want to step on this. The problem is the West and Russia don't want to negotiate. The West and Russia don't want to negotiate. They can't negotiate right now. What is they going to negotiate about? Hey, Russia, you get to keep this half of Ukraine, and we gonna go around here and keep this half of Ukraine. Nah, bruh. Thank you, John, for the donation to the Cash App. Thank you, John. Nah, that's not gonna happen. Nightmare Catcher. Thank you. Show Nightmare Catcher some love for the donation. Thanks, man. I'm about to add you as a friend on here. Just added you. But dang, man. So people don't get it. I want to explain this so bad. Okay, let me tell y'all what I figured out yesterday. Back in April was the last time that we had for a ceasefire with Ukraine. Yes, it's been that long. That was the last chance we had for a ceasefire between the United States, NATO, Ukraine, and Russia. All right. We fast forward to June and July. That's when we started having a lot of the summits, a lot of the talks started going sideways. And, they've been going sideways, but it's been getting worse. If y'all go to the beginning of this year, what was a lot of our Congress asking for? They were asking for Russia to be to have a regime change in Russia. I'm about to put this so only Americans can most likely get this, because Americans know America. The big goal this year is to designate Russia as a sponsor of terrorism, right? What is the United States goal on the terrorism stage? What do they do to terrorists? They overthrow their regime. They throw out their powers. Even if they have to use military, even if they have to assassinate them, they make it happen. So put two and two together, the big rumors of Russia being broken down into 12 different states, the big rumors of the United States, funding this so it can crash Russia and take them down. The big rumors that all these sanctions and stuff is to collapse, even if it has to sacrifice Europe, even if you got to sacrifice the Middle East and Asia and the whole fucking world. They're doing everything they could do to bring this man down. They want Putin out. The problem is they're not designated as a terrorist. So right now we have no official reason to go to war. Remember, I told y'all about that draft that came on January 1st, 2022. The draft was a war with Russia. It was a legal trigger for war with Russia. The only thing we're missing out of that bill, we already funded Ukraine. We've already given them weapons. We've already given billions and billions of dollars. We already stopped the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. We've done everything in that bill. The only thing we have not done was the last part of that bill, which would declare war on Russia, which is designate Russia as a terrorist state. That's the last move. They don't care. They're not scared of nuclear war with Russia. They're not scared of a conflict with Russia. They're going down the path that they already started. This was one of our last goals anyway. Once they do that, once they designate Russia a sponsor of terrorism, it's a wrap. What's up, Prep Zone Rise? I ain't seen you in a while, man. Prep Zone in the house. Sadly, Russia knows this. And this is two countries that are putting it towards each other. We got Russia coming on this side, moving towards NATO. Russia and China moving to approach NATO. We have NATO in the United States moving this side, countering Russia and China's ways. Now, China and Russia is trying to promote to the world, you guys can do whatever you want with your countries. We'll be here to influence and help you. We'll be here to help you with your debt and help you build ports and different stuff. We're going to push our agenda on the world, and we know what that agenda is. I don't have to say it out my mouth as much as people try to cancel people that, say the truth of what our country's trying to be made of, what we're trying to make our country to be, what everybody's making fun of our country about. We know what we're trying to push on the world. We know what we're trying to push on the world. So like I said, it's two agendas. One agenda from the left, one agenda from the right. So when they say they're fighting for world orders, this is exactly what they're talking about. All right, give me 1 second. What's up, Prep?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Long time no see. Long time no talk to, man.
Yeah, man. We haven't chatted in a while.
Yeah, heck yeah, bro. What's going on, man? What'd you have for us?
Well, it seems like things are heating up over there for sure. Things have escalated, I would say, pretty heavily. I think the big reason for that is the fact that Russia's getting their ass kicked. To put it frankly, I mean, are they going to let that go on, looking like fools? Basically, I mean, until this happened, we looked pretty bad, like with the stuff in Afghanistan and stuff we pulled out. We kind of looked like a joke, but now they kind of took all that away. Like from our support, they got their ass kicked by Ukraine, who's a pretty small, not very powerful country, until we armed them to the teeth, right?
Yep.
So I think a lot of it's going to be about optics, but at the same time, Putin's fucking nuts. So like you can't necessarily apply logic to what he's going to do fully.
Well, I think all cards are on the table, and it's not because he's at war with Ukraine. I think Putin then sucked up his pride, and because the man that came out himself and said that he's at war with the United States and the collective West. He put that in his speech. We are at war with the United States and the collective West. I'm like, hold on. Okay, it's one thing for, Dmitry Medvedev to say it. It's one thing for Lavrov to say it, Sergei Lavrov, but it's a whole nother ballgame when Putin out himself, the president of Russia, comes out and say we're at war with the United States and the collective West.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to match that energy at this point. You know, I
Heck
think
yeah.
we need to just let them know, like, who's the fucking boss, in a way.
Yeah, this is a dangerous rhetoric. I mean, if he really feels like he's at war with us, then we need to take that serious. The collective West meaning NATO. That means like the West. But yeah, if he really feels like he's at war with us, we should be upping our alert. We should be, telling our citizens, hey guys, a hypersonic missile could go flying over your city one of these days, or be ready to take shelter like they're doing in Taiwan, or like they're doing in Ukraine. They're preparing their people. What they're at war, but they're getting their people ready for that situation.
You know what I really want to talk about? Have you looked into all these Russian oligarchs that are getting thrown down windows or throw down stairs and stuff?
Yes.
That I haven't quite figured out. I got a few theories. A, they've worked for us, like CIA assets that got leaked to Russia, and they're cleaning that up. B, our CIA is just fucking killing them for whatever reason. Or C, they're like too powerful and they're like a challenge to Putin in a way. But something's going on. Like at least 10 people have been murdered this year, and a lot of them, their families too.
Yes, and we're on alert here too. There's big terrorists. I think Venezuela just let out a whole bunch of prisoners on our border that's known for killing and doing horrible stuff to women and all that. They've been released on our border, about thousands of them, thousands getting ready to enter our country, try to do some bad acts.
That kind of reminds, so like, how they're like recruiting prisoners and stuff for the Russian army?
Yep.
That's like Vladimir Putin as the Joker from Batman. That's the kind of shit the Joker would do. He'll go to a prison and get a bunch of criminals and let them loot on Gotham City. Give a bunch of weapons. That's exactly the same plan as the Joker is what Putin has going there.
Still, it's wild, man. So what do you think? I haven't really gotten your thoughts
Absolutely.
in a while. I've been still checking up on your channel because you're still on my For You page. But what do you think now? Because it's a lot more harsh than it was when we were talking about it back then.
I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. Absolutely. I don't see a super peaceful way out of this. And I don't see a way out that works well for anybody involved, really. It's kind of a no-win situation for the whole world.
Really is.
Unfortunately. People playing games. And that's all it is. At a high level, it's just a fucking game to these people, because no matter what they fuck up, they'll be fine. It's everybody else that won't be. It's just a game they're playing at our expense.
Yes. And the thing people in here should be thinking about is the high demands of fallout shelters, just like they did in the Cold War when a mass bottom. And now everybody's buying the former Cold War bunkers. They got mass. The whole United States is, I mean, not the whole, but a lot of people in the United States is demanding, let's get these fallout shelters. Hey, governments, build us more fallout shelters. So now they got a company that can build it towards your imagination. Whatever you want to picture your fallout shelter to be, they will build it. Not the price might be up there to the 70,000s to the millions, but
yeah, I mean, one thing I'll say is people that buy like old military bunkers or stuff like that, like they buy it already made. That's cool and all, but like it was on Zillow. The whole world knows where it is and the layout and everything. Like,
facts.
You're better off just like jerry rigging something yourself before doing that, because at least people don't know about it. Like, and I know at least where I live, if a place that has something fancy like that has gone up, and there's a few places that have like fallout shelters and stuff, like people hear about it. Like it's kind of like a rumor mill, like, hey, you hear that bomb shelters for sale over on whatever road, people in the local area know, and then if you know about it, it's not a very, very good bunker if you know where it is and the layout and stuff, because every bunker has air vents.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, the companies that build them, those have been going nonstop since at least the pandemic started like crazy,
Oh
absolutely crazy. And I tell people, you don't got to go all out. You don't got to like have like a military style bunker. You just have to have something that can keep the fallout dust away from you, keep you away from other people. I try to tell people, if you can set up a hidden space somewhere and just let looters or whoever's going crazy that you get into, you really are, because even if you win one, the next one will get you. And I don't care.
Yep.
People like to act tough because they got small wieners or whatever, but the fact of the matter is, I don't care how tough you are. If we just look up like the migrant caravans from places now, I mean, you're talking about Venezuela, but from places now where it's not even like shit hits the fan, nuclear war, and people are fleeing in like 10,000 people that are
No,
desperate
hell
to get
fucking
what you have.
no.
Just let them pass on. Don't let them know you're there. And people can achieve that without spending millions on a bunker. They absolutely can.
Yes. I remember us talking about ground zero situations, like power out scenarios where people might regroup, where people might try to come in and rob you or take whatever you got. Guys, I've always said, if the EMP, the big attack comes, that's what they're warning of. A lot of warnings coming. When it comes nuclear war, the big concern is EMP, electromagnetic pulse. Cuts off all your shit. There is ways to protect your few hours. I give it to everybody goes home and realize there's no fucking power nowhere. They can't call nobody on their phone. They can't start up their car, so they have to abandon their car. You're already going to have angry people. They're not going to have food in Walmart, so I'm expecting people to storm Walmart, storm Target, storm all that. Get your shit, get out, go to a safe area. Whatever if you have your own safe area, go to that area. If you're just stuck, just to avoid people, because they're going to be crazy. They're going to be fighting. They're going to be looters. There's going to be people that want to kill people, which people don't talk about. There's crazy people in this country that dream for that day where America shuts down and they can go around and kill a bunch of people.
Also, predators.
Yep.
If you're a woman or something, and there's that creepy guy down the hall, when that happens, that's one of the things that gets me. But yeah, EMP is very possible, but it doesn't even have to be as direct as that. If I put myself in Russia's shoes, what's the smartest thing to do? Well, the smartest thing to do is to distract the United States without getting repercussions on yourself. So all they need to do is just encourage something else to happen that distracts, some other kind of disaster distracts us. So for example, the war we're fighting right now is very much clandestine. It's spies and psyops and everything. If you get the most dissatisfied group of Americans riled up and you support them and you get them to do something on your behalf, and for their own reasons, but then on your behalf, because you're supporting them, we get distracted. So let's say there was some kind of like a domestic terrorist thing, right? That they could prop up and make happen more so. That's going to distract the U.S. If there's a big disaster, we're going to be putting our resources in dealing with our homeland and the disaster here, and not so much fighting over there so they can get away with stuff. That would be the strategy I would pursue, would be to kind of sneakily siphon away the support from Ukraine back to the homeland, right? And use the American people to do that, and propaganda and whatever you got to do. And I would expect to see something like that, where it's something that might not be directly Russia, but I bet you in the behind the scenes, it's either them or China helping out. Kind of like 9/11 with Saudi Arabia.
What do you think about Latin America? I heard that they're both aiming for Latin America. So what if they start a disaster in Americas? You think that'd be a good distraction, since we'd have to worry about our southern border, which we're already worried about anyway?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't go with that necessarily. I think that a lot of the places down there are like neutral enough that they want to deal with them. Also, China, for South America, less so than Central America, China like has dibs on it. Like they're building
Oh,
forts
hell
and
yeah.
all kinds of stuff, and like they want that area to be like a future area that they can exploit. And so in some ways making things worse down there could be good for that, but also in some ways it could really hinder that. So I'm not quite sure. I would just go direct with America because it's easy enough to do, you know, to hurt us and to cause, because we're so fragile, you know, the smallest thing could set us back for a long time.
I agree.
I don't know. It's interesting. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out of left field soon that we're not going to be able to predict.
Oh yeah, we're out of the prediction zone. Everything out of this point is all unpredictable. I just talked to I don't know if you got to meet the guy that's come through this channel. His name is Aztec dude. He's a designer for NATO, but he's come in and spoke his views, and he's usually optimistic. He's usually like, hey, you know, yeah, we're good guys. You know, we're America. We'll take them down, whoop their ass, whatever. Lately, he came on yesterday. He was like, oh man, Jay, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is really concerning. This is really concerning, man. I see no way for us to get out of this, and it's getting dangerous. Like they're all warning of nuclear war. Oh, great. Nah, you're my only hope, man.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we can be as optimistic as we want, but at the end of the day, we got to be ready for if that optimism fails us, you know. We got to just be ready for whatever as an individual, all you can do is just be as prepared as you can, stay informed, and just be ready on a moment's notice to survive, you know, whatever these people lead us to do. And you know, everybody don't spend too much time like wrapped up in anxiety about it either. Because, you know, I tell people don't be scared, get prepared on my channel. But like it's true. It's true. Like you can sit there and have anxiety and have nothing at all you can do about it. Or you can do the one thing you can do, which is stock up on some stuff, or even just spend time thinking about what will I do? Like you talked about, have a hidden space, or if you don't got that, whatever. But like you don't have to own anything. Even if you live in a city, first of all, there's no guarantee that your city is going to be nuked or it won't be saved somehow, or like with the defenses or whatever, or that a city is even that great of a target compared to military bases and stuff, right? But there's utility areas everywhere, whether it be subways, but be careful with that. If the subways are kept above water with pumps, those would fail. You know, so especially if you're somewhere where there's a lot of water. Hey, but you know, these utility areas, people aren't going to go there to loot. They're going to have like steel doors and stuff. You can get in there and secure it, and a lot of them are made of concrete or underground, and you can survive without, you know, having a bunker to start off.
Yeah, there's ways to survive without a bunker. There is ways.
But with that being said, my wife's calling me. I got to hop off here, but it was nice talking to you, buddy.
You too, man. You too.
Right, see ya.
All right. Cause in the house. What's going on, girl?
Hi, Javante. I saw that you went live at the same time that I went live, and I was like, oh, he's trading times.
Oh, yeah. It was like they came storming my live. They're like, dude, Cause is live. She's so mad, bro. I'm like, oh, shit.
So I needed to tell you that we had 5 fighter jets just fly over my head in the last hour.
In the last hour?
In the last hour. We are on the coast of North Carolina. And somebody, I was agreeing with what he said, but I think you're onto something. They just confirmed 78 migrants coming through on the terrorist list. And seeing that those migrants went straight to the military base in Martha's Vineyard after dabbling in between, it is something to pay attention to. I 110% pointed out to people that 40 drone simulation that took place on the outskirts of California a week and a half ago, it was the first we've conducted in like years.
Yes.
So what do you think is going to happen?
Honestly, I think the stage is being set for the United States. I'm not going to lie. I think our government's halfway in on it. And I think I say halfway for a reason. They already said there's a division in our government. One side is for the wrong side and one side is for the right side. So, guys, there wasn't enough civil war for a reason. There's corruption going on both sides of the government right now. Our border is in chaos. That's what the enemy wants. They're sending not only Russians, not only Chinese, not only Venezuelans and Mexicans going through that border, terrorist cartel, people that's been getting let out of prison, wanting to do crimes, going past that border, and people are wondering why crimes in America is going up. It's because we're letting these people in. Y'all see what the New York dude was tied to? The Neos in Ukraine. I'm just gonna say Neos. The dude in New York was tied to the Neos in Ukraine. The dude in Texas, well, just so happened to be in Texas, right? Y'all heard about the dude once. The cops didn't even want to go in to help the kids. They're all gone. A lot of this terrorist stuff, they warned of it in April that we're on a terrorist alert, guys. We're on a national emergency for terrorists. Large groupings, gatherings, religion, anything like that is a danger zone. False flag. As far as our country getting ready for conflict, we already known this for a long, long time.
So I guess what I'll chime in with is if anybody's been paying attention to Meloni in Italy, she's spewing rhetoric of Mussolini, and Germany's talking about forming their strongest military in the European Union. If nobody's ever like correlated what history and time that was in 1930s, that non-aggression pact that was written by the Soviet Union, Mussolini, Stalin, and Hitler at that time, the same one is being written currently right now. If you're not paying attention to the right wing of Europe and Russia, but also Hungary, Viktor Orban paid attention and came to Texas, and he's standing behind Trump. I don't have anything against Trump, and most people know that, but I will sit there and openly say we made a mistake when the only president that had access to view North Korea's weapons and Russia's weapons we went against. Anybody who's asking about September 24th, it was the Ministry of Germany that met. Everybody will remember the day of September, which is tomorrow, where we were. That's what he said. And then there is a global forum crisis that's being ran by a group called Creative Society at 11 a.m. EDT. Got you. But with that being said, I just want everybody to know, like, Javante's been preparing people for this about, I don't know, 9-10 months. But it's not necessarily anything to, if you pay attention to the in the geoengineering of the hurricane systems, we're noticing an uptick of fighter jets at the same time as they're predicting an entire hurricane to hit the coast. I want you to know when Hurricane K went outside of California simultaneously, a coalition called Vostok was taking place in the Arctic. So, I got the globe. Cali's over here. Vostok was taking place over here. There were 3 Russian surveillances in Alaska, and we opened up our previous Arctic U.S. ambassador site. So, yeah, somebody said this news is better than TV. I know this Javante be on point.
Let's go. We're taking over.
So I guess, what are you doing to prepare in the next couple of weeks? I think I'm going to predict that the United States isn't going to let anything impede or infringe before the primaries. So even if something were to happen tomorrow, it might be something. Actually, I'm not.
So
was about
you want to ask what I think is going to happen in the next week or so?
Yeah, economy-wise, country-wise, it don't really matter. Hey, Maple.
Okay, let's see. Our country, well, I have no idea what the United States is about to do. I don't know what direction they're trying to go. I don't know if they're going to lockdown direction. I don't know if they're going to just keep American blind direction. But I see them they're making mixed signs on China, like they want to trade with them. They want to continue this to go, but at the same time, they're not trying to show weakness on the stage. They're not trying to show that they're willing to buy to China. I see within the next week, actually things escalate. I think that we're going to start deploying. I think that we're going to start coming out and saying to the Americans some of the things that's going on. They're going to tell y'all what's going on here. They ain't going to never tell you guys that. But they'll tell y'all some of the things that's going on over there, and maybe that we should be on more on guard on a news tip. I think they're going to start putting out more. The problem is, I'm not sure if something's going to happen next week or not, because I have a feeling that something's going to happen. I've been telling my followers after the 27th, I feel like things are going to start getting a lot worse. So if I'm going to go with that theory, after the 27th, things are going to start getting worse, then I'll say that the government is going to start preparing for the chaos in this country. They're going to start preparing for the division of the people. They were already doing guerrilla warfare exercises in New York. I mean, not New York, North Carolina, South Carolina. They also did exercises in New Jersey and put radiological signs for you guys, and putting those PSAs up in New York, telling people to get their emergency go bags ready. Exercises in Texas that are still taking place today. There is a lot going on at once that they're just not talking about, and I feel like they're going to start getting people prepared for a shutdown situation. And what I mean by shutdown is complete shutdown of everything.
So real quick, someone in here said NCJD, and this is what I'm just kind of backing it up. You said fear mongering. Fear is an acronym, and it's short for false, basically false advertising, or false appearing real, or along those lines. And one thing that we don't do here, when you see somebody with an article behind his head, is spread a rhetoric that could possibly harm Americans. So do me a favor. If you believe that Javante or I is spreading any false news, go ahead and find that news source and provide information for these people on here instead of just saying no. Otherwise, you're just wasting everybody's time while we have facts in front of us currently right now. You feel me? As we elaborated on, we don't really care about your political affiliation or anything in between. But a lot of y'all come in here on Javante's live and just be spilling things. And I think it's because he's just a lot more open and free with it. But as somebody that combats with him, like, let's step that back. Unless you have anything else to provide facts that he's telling a lie, you're only fear mongering. Other than that, we're just sitting here and preparing. If you have something about it, just speak.
I've been looking at Africa, man. I've been looking over and seeing what's going on in Nigeria. I've been seeing what's going on in Ethiopia. There's some tension brewing over there in Africa. I see why Aztec Dude told me to start looking at Africa and seeing what's going on over there, because there's a lot of shit that they're going through, man. And they're in a big they're trying to split Africa, and Africa ain't on it. They ain't on it.
I'm listening.
Bruh! Oh, she must got more planes.
bruh. Oh God, bruh. Like someone in an hour. Okay.
Dang.
Listen, I'm just confirming something that Javante told me to read to y'all because Javante's A1. Javante found something on foreignpolicy.com, and it goes like this, and I'll show it to you. It says Adazi, Latvia. The Adazi military base is buzzing with activity as soldiers from more than a dozen NATO countries, including Latvia, Canada, Spain, Italy, and Poland, rush among barracks. This is put up today. Okay, this was put up yesterday. Barracks ahead of military exercises in the small Baltic countries. So for anybody who's been paying attention to what he's been saying about the conscription of 300,000, the draft, the tickets being taken away, Javante's been telling it straight from the beginning, but anybody who needed the receipts, that's on foreignpolicy.com. Okay, they're just, Canada is currently readying, yes, somebody said it. Canada is currently readying their military. And if Canada is getting ready, that means the person on the border, which is the United States of America, is also.
Okay. They are getting ready. Estonia, I know y'all heard about the reserves there. Latvia, all the Baltic states is getting ready for Russia because they're saying they're building up on the Kaliningrad border with Lithuania. So that's another problem brewing. We have Turkey, who's just threatened out to attack Greece. They got their military, that's called their military deployment to attack Greece. That's why the United States is building more naval ports in Greece. Nobody's paying attention to that, but looks like we might have a NATO war as well. We have Romania, Bulgaria. Let me see. Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, Denmark, Netherlands, Norway, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, all holding the 300,000 troops that NATO said they were going to deploy close to Russia. These are the Rapid Reaction Force. These guys are on high alert as we speak. So for everybody in here saying nothing's happening, and then what I have behind me, I know people are probably wondering what the hell is this behind me. The United States is actually watching for warning signs that Putin is preparing for a nuclear attack. And this ain't just for Ukraine. This is for Poland. This is for anywhere within NATO territory. If something happens while these referendums is going on, Russia said they are protected by nukes as well. Putting that out there.
Real quick, somebody put in the comments, but you guys are still Democrats. And I know you don't really see me come up here. My nickname is Chewbacca. I know you don't really see me come up here much, but let me explain kind of. Javante and I are independents. Specifically, I'll speak for myself and he can elaborate, but 110%, if you've ever been on our pages before, we actually invite Trumpsters and Bideners to have an open conversation because we don't agree with what Biden's doing currently right now or anything in between. So do me a favor. If you're saying because we're Black, we are Democrats, you can leave because my white brothers and sisters ain't gonna like that very much, and neither is his. I promise you that.
Heck no.
If somebody asks, is Trump in North Carolina? Yes, sweetie, he's in Port City. Yes, he is. Yeah. But yeah, for real, all people are welcome. This is not a conversation that you think we about to sit here and no. You got the Constitution? Make sure you do. Yeah.
Yes.
But with that being said, somebody asked, how do we prepare and what comes down with it? So first and foremost, Javante has tons of videos. Sometimes I refer back to them 110%. Hey, Shay, just to make sure that we are collaborating collectively and cohesively to make sure y'all not missing out on anything. So I don't want any gifts here. So don't give me no gifts. Give them to Javante. I'm good. I'm just paying some visits. But with that being said, things that you might want to take into consideration is a bug out bag. Javante's got a ton of videos that are currently on his page from SW Prepper, me, and other people that are currently giving you tons of information for free to let you know of certain resources, whether it's ready foods or ready to go foods, solar panels, solar generators, dry foods, canned foods. But if you have not been paying attention to Walmart or any of the big stores that are currently liquidating, then I would start hitting them up sooner than later. Everybody seems to wait till the last minute knowing that inflation is going up. But if you miss the report of a 0.75 of inflation, that's the 5th time that it's gone up. And so all that I'm trying to communicate with everybody is that it's going to go up again. So if it goes up again, everything that we're paying for is already going to be absurd. You're not going to have any access to medication because it's already going through the roof. And Javante, I don't know if you heard this, but corn and soybeans are being purchased from Iowa by Taiwan at $3 billion. And I just told everybody on my page, corn and soybeans is another use, like Joe Biden said before the summer, for gas, fuel, and ammo, and liquor.
Yep. Sure is.
$3 worth, that's military aid. $3 billion, that's military. So I'm just letting everybody know you ain't got to sit here and have a question and comment. If anybody needs the receipts of whatever Javante is saying, I'll always collaborate. Just come to the page. Just think of me as this Robin Hood, okay? So go ahead and do that. Somebody said Biden is selling us out. Sweetheart, we ain't never denied that. The situation at hand, though, is not to. This is what we're saying. We don't have to keep having this political debate. We don't care about. But listen, Biden and Trump are not going to be a topic by November.
Nope.
We're not talking about the elections.
They have already, once this gets brewing, guys, the puppets would have made their decisions. They're all on the stage to act and put their roles. And even if you want to say Trump is not part of that or Trump is part of that, I'm not going to sit here and debate back and forth because I don't get politics. But I will say they played their roles. Trump is a non-factor right now. He is trying to get him back, but he's a non-factor right now is Biden. All right, his whole camp, Republicans, whatever, Democrats, they're doing this together. Most of the stuff that's been passed this year is bipartisan. Unless it has something to do with guns and other stuff, but everything this year has been passed, has been bipartisan. Hey, bipartisan support. Hey, bipartisan support. So that means both sides, your Republicans and Democrats, is supporting most of this shit that's happening right now. Besides the big thing, and that's abortions.
California, you would check with your senator. You had a congresswoman actually y'all have had break-ins for the last 2 years of people specifically coming into your household trying to take your Second Amendments. Trumpsters, my loves. Hey, I respect your opinions, totally with you. I need to get advice that's objective currently right now. Please go to the whitehouse.gov page and verify that you see that the Second Amendment has been changed. It was changed after a week of the rhetoric from your president currently right now explaining 110% that there are certain Americans that are considered on the list. You need to know that your Second Amendment is a well-regulated militia to protect the free state, and the right to bear arms shall not be infringed. That is your full Second Amendment. For anybody who needed a piece of information from Mr. Javante today, you got it. Here it is, okay? I just want you to know it, because no, any threat to Americans and citizens is a threat to all. And I don't care how if we got problems in this country, we got problems in this country. When you start allowing other people to come into this country, like DeSantis shipping them to Vice President Kamala Harris, I just need everybody to know that's a breach. That's a breach. I don't care what side you're on. You don't ship nobody to the Vice President's house, because if the Vice President was a Republican, we would never accept that.
Oh
Point
my
blank,
gosh.
Point blank, like really, I don't. First thing I thought about is, okay, so we just giving out addresses, Pitt.
Right. It could have been terrorists on that bus.
Look, okay. So I'm just sitting here and saying, for anybody and everybody who is unaware, that's what I'm saying. Somebody said Trump is a huge threat to our national security.
Wait, what'd they say?
Okay, listen, I tell you something. Americans do, right? Americans do. We're 200. It's supposed to be every 250 years a country sits there and they have a civil war. Americans do. We're due. We're late. We're due. I'm letting you know right now. History has it. 1861 to 1865. Go ahead and look it up. We're due. So with that being said, I want to make sure everybody is on the same page of the trajectory, because that is a false statement. Okay, let me show you how this is a false statement. No president for any crime they have ever committed has ever gone to jail. I need every 2,100 of you to confirm that Javante and I just confirmed that. You can look it up at any time. From the 16th president to Andrew Jackson, who actually dueled somebody, all the way down to President Trump. None of them, not a damn soul, has seen a prison cell. So please, this is not my opinion. It is your history. This is your history. Stop saying that. They literally have the same trajectory. They don't lie. They don't lie. They use the same systems, and they don't go around changing amendments. They add them. You have 27 amendments that are ratified within your Constitution, 33 as of today that are passed by your Congress. So stick with me real quick. When me and Javante are saying don't get political, and if you are, stick it to yourself. This is not what we're doing here. Point blank, period. That's why we need to talk to both sides, because he's right. This is a problematic situation, and it's now become domestic. There are other players playing. Now, if you're going to have your own opinion, have your own opinion. But at some point in time, unless you know your constitutional rights, you shouldn't be talking anything about no president. You voting for a clown that ain't got nothing to do with you in the first place. So for a second, hang out with us at the bottom here. We're okay. We're fun. We're fun. We're fun. We're fun. We provide receipts. We're fun. And let's get our country back. Let's get our country back. That's all I'm saying. You know, let's get our country back. Somebody said it's a distraction. Yes. Yes. I.e., did anybody notice how much Iran is on our FYP now? Remember when I told you a month ago, China was giving everything to us? There were free people that were like, Ni hao ma, and they were telling you that they want to sit here and teach you Chinese. Well, I was telling people on my page, I used to work for Mazda. All of our chips, until the United States made facilities in Arizona and Texas, that was 110% made now. So our cars, our devices, our devices, they all have software that has our storage. So when everybody was downloading those free apps, mind you, China's the #1 country that censors against social media. So how did you have Chinese citizens? It's 12 a.m. over there. They're 12 hours ahead. they're up at the same time every day, giving you free apps, and now your FYP is filled with everything of Iran.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. You need to pay attention. Everybody in the comments is right. Half of it's a distraction, but listen to what it's not saying as well. Don't ignore it. Listen to what it's not saying as well. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry to take over. I just wanted to let you know I'm your biggest fan. Okay? I'm just your biggest fan.
Hey, you doing your thing, girl. You getting up there. Where you at? 50,
Chewbacca just
50K,
be chilling.
almost 100K. Oh, your main channel got 100K now, don't it?
No, it keeps getting bad because I keep pissing off people on our side, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. But we're doing fine. So listen, this is the last thing I'm gonna leave everybody with. You need to copy your important documents and put it in a waterproof bag. And then I need you to get a waterproof backpack to make sure that you either have your passports, your licenses, every single one of your family members' documentation. Just put an extra dose of it in a waterproof backpack. I want you to get a first aid kit. Okay, I want you to put that in that waterproof backpack, and then I want you to get 3 days. Sorry, my dog's outside. I want you to get 3 days worth of dry food or food that if you only needed water to like get it hot, you can do that. Give me a second, Javante. Go ahead and add in on that goal.
All right. So yes. Whew, I got left off with that. She's hyperactive today. I love it.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to.
You have your go bag.
I wanted to put something on this. So she was talking about the migrants going to Kamala Harris at one part. That's why I got really quiet. I was over here trying to look up this article that came from the Senate. I might still have it on this phone. But there's an article that came from the Senate that said that Kamala Harris has to be moved. She has to be moved from the coast. The one reason is not only because, everybody has her address right now, migrants, and everything's getting delivered over there, but the capabilities of our opponents could nuke the White House and within seconds. And that was actually said at a meeting with the military where they were like, hey, we got to move Kamala Harris or we got to move Joe Biden because if our enemy decides to go and hit off the coast, we need one of these guys to be able to function and hold the country so we're not decapitated and all our Congress and everybody's dead because then the United States ain't nothing. So they're talking about moving Kamala Harris to a safer area and not disclosing her location and pretty much leaving Joe Biden out there to, well, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with him. But this was said from the Senate. They said, do we have any way of protecting them if Russia or China decides to shoot a hypersonic missile or the missile that they tested last year off our coast? And they said no, unless we move them.
And that makes sense because the Eagle Hawk, because of that nuclear weapon that they tested with October 15th of 2021 in China, it can take them out. And they've been working on a new weapon that can actually, after Ukraine, get the... Oh, wait, okay, no, I gotta read. Wait, okay, I'm gonna answer one thing because Javante giving the news. Becky, Mrs. Vigo. Hi, Queen. First and foremost, I just wanted to answer your question. You said, why stars cancel King tours? Why gators die on beach in Brazil? Bom dia. First and foremost, I also wanted to let you know there were 230 whales that were found dead most of them were found dead on the Tasmanian beach in Australia. For anybody who didn't know why animals beach themselves, when one is currently up or on shore and they need help, they will all go there and wait until the tide shifts to bring them back. But if anyone hasn't been paying attention to what Javante and I have been saying, for the last year, since, I don't know, well, even January 1st of 2022, North Korea has deployed 28 intercontinental ballistic missiles. They have landed in the sea.
Yep.
Sonar noise can disrupt ocean life to the point where it tries to run away from everything that is currently in its area. Sonar noise can come from military operations being conducted on that side of the world. So if you have a current Taiwan situation, 你好吗我的朋友啦. So if you have a current Taiwan situation, shalom, and everything current, I saw that, and everything currently going on, i.e. 230 whales beaching, you need to understand that 3 months ago, Russia made a threat to the British Isles. And they said, we have the possibility to deploy an entire tsunami that can reach all the way to Ireland. Javante and I came out to tell you about Poseidon. Poseidon is an underground nuclear program that China has been work on, similarly to an orbital program that he deployed Xi Jinping last year. So the only reason why I'm letting everybody know is because sometimes you have to pay attention. And here's another thing, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. When animals run in the different direction, when birds, you can't find any birds, or they start swarming in a different direction, you need to run in that direction. You need to pack everything you have and leave, because whatever is coming in that direction, they are 110% going out of that direction. Can everybody put confirm in the comments if that's as clear as day? It don't matter, baby. If they are, I'm telling you, nobody teaches you this in the hood. So, but I used to have white foster parents, so they taught me that. It was like, when you start going on, you know, this thing.
She ain't lying.
Yes,
They don't teach you that.
yeah. But I just wanted to let you know I was your biggest fan, and I'm gonna step down. And I thank y'all for letting me on here. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Love
you for
y'all.
coming
See you
through,
later.
Cos. Thank you
Bye.
for coming through. She's awesome, man. Man, that girl, she keep it going. She keep it going. Love it. Love it. Oh man, I hope y'all enjoyed Cos coming through the live, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the little duo. I know I let her do the talking. I was over here trying to look up some of the stuff that could have matched some of the stuff she was saying, like with the migrants going to Kamala Harris. I was going to tell you about the Senate that has said they had to put protection on Kamala Harris and everything else. But if y'all Cos fans, hey, y'all are welcome here. If you got biased opinions, it's okay. I am not for Republicans. I am not for Democrats. I am independent. I'm from the people. So that means I am for you all. So I love you all here. All are welcome. On that, on that note, we're going to call it there. I hope everybody's having a great day today, man. I had to go on live. The referendums are being held today. Russia is making deployments today, mass deployments, and it could be up to 1 million. It could be up to 1 million. So now you guys know that is really a big problem. What is all the construction at the White House? They're probably getting ready for something big. They keep warning of civil unrest. Don't be taking those warnings lightly. Don't be taking those warnings lightly. Why don't you record? Why only live? I do record. I don't record on this channel. I record on True News Network 2. I have 4 channels. This is just a backup. This is my 3rd backup channel. My 4th backup channel is the True News Network 2. This is the True News Network 1. I have Javante the Entertainer and Javante the Reporter. They keep blocking me, so I have to make more accounts. So Javante the Reporter is my biggest account with 184,000. So that's the account y'all want to follow. But y'all welcome to follow this one too. All right. When are you on, Jay? 1 million troops. 1 million troops. 1 million troops. All right, now I got to get out of the comment section because there's a bunch of people in here. So I'm going to give a little bit of a recap of what I wanted to give today, give y'all all the latest news that has came out today. And then I'm going to end this and start eating my breakfast because I just packed this bowl of cereal and have not put no milk in it because I've been sitting here talking. So the big thing today, they want war. Tucker Carlson accuses the Biden administration of moving the United States towards nuclear conflict. I posted this video yesterday to let y'all know what was going on there. This was the most concerning video I have watched. This is the first time that I've seen Fox News break down a whole freaking year worth of us building up towards nuclear war. A whole year worth. All year. They just put up this plan. Like, yeah, they're moving towards nuclear war. Like, at first they was doing this to go to nuclear war. Now they did that to go to nuclear war. And now they're going to this. And now it's getting into the last game. And now we're getting ready to go into full-blown war with Russia. And the White House is all for it. I'm like, holy shit. Wow. Putting that on your local news is one thing. That's why I'm making a big deal out of it, because your local news don't really talk about shit like this. They like to hide it. They like to calm people down. They don't really want to talk about shit like this. They're like, no, nothing's happening. We're good. No, we're not good. We're really in a bad situation, guys. This is the worst that has been since the Cold War. Some have even called it the worst than it was in the Cold War, because we have no respect and no communication right now. That would make this even worse than the Cold War. At least back then we were kind of talking to each other. Hey, don't launch no nukes over here. And then they even trusted to not even launch nukes when they thought nukes were coming to them. Now, this is a whole different ballgame. If we were in that same scenario today, I guarantee all our nukes would have been launched off. All of Russia's nukes would have been launched off. Different times, different era of tensions. Just bad. Can you put back up the Article 5 Turkey? Article 5 Turkey. Do you mean the one about Greece? So we were talking about another thing. And that was the draft. The big draft situation that people worried about. So, would it be a draft? Will there be a draft? They're having a horrible time trying to recruit people. They're having a horrible time trying to get people on board for fighting for the United States military, knowing that their family's not going to really be taken care of. Yes, Turkey is leaving NATO. Turkey is leaving NATO. Thanks to them joining the SCO, Turkey will be leaving NATO. And they will be fighting Greece. So this is why the United States is building up. This is why the United States is building up in Greece and getting ready. Turkey, Erdogan, they all admitted that they are going to fight Greece. They're going to attack Greece. They're doing a mobilization on it right now. Greece will be under attack in this next world war. Germany will be attacked in this next world war by Russia, of course. France, US, all of them will be involved in this next world war. Nobody's safe. Not even Africa. Sadly, they're getting drugged into this. They're over there having their own problems. United States and Russia. Hey guys, come over here. Hey, come on. You want to be on our side, or you want to be on China and Russia's side? India, they found the best way to get out of this. It was like, yeah, we're just not going to deal with none of y'all bullshit. India doing drills for Russia and China, and doing drills with the United States. Costa Rica and chaos. Freaking Puerto Rico's out of fucking power. Taiwan getting hit with earthquakes. New Zealand getting hit. What else do we need? New Zealand hasn't had a war in years. Look at them now. Getting ready to fight another war. Getting ready to fight a war with China. With the United States. I hope you guys are ready for this, and I hope people don't really just think this is spreading fear. That is not what my channel is for. My channel is to spread the real news that nobody else is talking about, and that is it. Not spread fear. I've spread preparedness. If I wanted to spread fear, I wouldn't tell you to prepare. I ain't gonna be sitting here saying, hey guys, we could be going to war. No, I'll be, hey guys, Russia's warship's been hit, like they do on YouTube. No, I don't do that on this channel. So let's continue on. The United States warns against the use of chemical and biological weapons in Ukraine. The retreat of Russian troops from occupied territory of Ukraine has led to widespread speculation that Moscow may use non-conventional weapons, primarily biological and chemical weapons, to the back of the Ukrainians. So that's great. Hey, mods, get rid of all them fear-mongering people. Ready for it. Done with it. All right. So, off the rip, biological and chemical attacks. They're saying this is what happened in Syria when people didn't think that that was going to happen. Oh, nothing was going to happen in Syria, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. Chemical attacks happened in Syria, whether it was, we know there's two sides to the story. So let me say the left side and the right side. Whether Russia chemically attacked those civilians or whether the United States was the one that covered it up, the white helmets that people don't know about. Either way, it was done. It was done. What's going to happen in Ukraine? Well, it's going to be the exact same thing. What happened after Syria when there was a chemical attack in Syria? The United States, the UK, and the United States, UK, and France all came out and did missile attacks on Syria. Boom, boom, did missile attacks. What's going to happen with Russia? Well, it's being said if Russia hits Ukraine with a nuclear or chemical weapon, the United States will hit Crimea. That's what Russia came out and Vladimir Putin came out and said. That must have been what they said to them. They would hit them in Crimea. So if they do a chemical attack in Ukraine, they will hit them in Crimea. Not spreading fear. This is legit out there. This Vladimir Putin said it first, and now the United States is coming out saying that they did send threats to the Russians. They did send threats to tell them to back off, or they were going to face grave consequences. Pretty sure they explained what those consequences were. They talked to each other a little different than they let us here on the world stage. Germany is ready. Russians, we are waiting for you. Germany announced the latest decision according to the Ukrainian conflict. So Germany is now letting in the Russians that's running away from the conflict. I know you guys seen that. Now people are already saying, "See, look at the Russians. They don't want to fight for their country." Well, look, it would happen here too if we call for a draft. Believe me, if they say we're getting a mass mobilization of U.S. troops, you're going to go over there and fight for life and death for Russia and China. I see a bunch of Gen Zers, or I'm never just going to say Gen Z. I'm just going to say our new generation and softies getting ready to get the hell out of here. I'm not putting all Gen Z in that because some Gen Z is actually pretty tough. But a lot of the softies and, oh my God, my hand broke. Oh, I need a bandage. Oh, my head hurt. Oh man, I can't do it. I could barely walk. Nah, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of excuses getting out of this damn cut. You're gonna watch that same fucking thing, flight radar 24/7. Everybody flying out the United States to get the fuck out of here. Okay. They're going to do the same thing. But it's bad. I mean, they're forcing people, and they're even hiring. They're getting people out of prison, which they're getting them protesters, locking them up, sending them straight to the battlefield. Best freaking plan they could have came up with. All right, we know they're going to protest. All right, let's gather them all up from the protesters and send them straight to the field. Sad, very sad, very sad. But that's what happens when your country's in a full-blown war. You'll see it next. We just been in the soft times. Time for you to get hard and toughen up. Toughen up. Oh, boy. What's next? My phone is acting really weird. It's freezing up. I think everybody coming in here just they crashed the live. The J fans and the Cosmo fans crashed the live completely. My live don't even know what to do anymore. But yes, Russia's even got it promoted that they're got these referendums going. They got these referendums going, and they're already promoting that they have 300,000 troops. The local Russian media, so this is different for what they're saying on public. The Russian local media is saying that they're recruiting 1 million people. 1 million people, not 300,000, not 600,000, 1 million. Why? Because they have to rotate them troops out. They can't just keep all 300,000 in there fighting forever. They rotate troops out just like they've been doing. They've been rotating thousands out. Now they've got to rotate hundreds of thousands out. So this ain't gonna be no cheap war. This ain't gonna be no cheap war. But yes, this is straight from the Russian web. I go to Russian servers and I go through their State Duma to see what they're talking about. That's the best way that you're going to get a story out of Russia. I don't go on their RT or TASS news. I go on their local news to see what they're talking about locally. It's a little better of a tactic to use than to use their propaganda, because their propaganda is going to put out their propaganda. Yes, I was asking. They are asking Nicaragua to send military to help them. How's that? Yes. The next 6 months, Russia has access into Nicaragua. The next 6 months, they will be allowed in Nicaragua. They've been allowed in there since July. Nicaragua's government passed a law that Russia could put their planes, warships, warplanes in Nicaragua with no hesitation. China's already working on the Panama Canal. They just bought 40 ports in the Panama Canal, which, just like Cosmo, I have me a computer. I upgrade a little bit over here. But we can look this up. But yes, they bought 40 ports in the Panama Canal, right below us. And the United States is worried about that. So we're worried about all this other crap, and we're not worried about, what's really going on and right below us. That's why I keep bringing up the border problem, what's coming past our border. Now they're hiring our national security guys, 145 Chinese scientists that worked in our national security, that worked on drones, and that has worked on our missiles. They hired them, the best. Now they're working for China. I bet you didn't know that. That came out yesterday. So they're buying up our property. They're buying up property below us. They're buying and recruiting our people, our men and women that's been working in this country on our weapons and drones for years. They're stealing our technology. They're going through our 5G towers, getting information, disrupting information. I mean, come on, guys. This is an invasion of its own. China's doing it so smart. So smart. Wow. So smart. China already owns us. Yeah, I would say we're getting pretty close to that time. The great takeover of the United States. I'm ready to see if people are going to accept that. All right, let's continue on. Why is North Korea silent? They're getting ready to test a nuke, which the United States said they would nuke them over anyway. But yeah, they're getting ready to test a nuke. Russia's holding referendums. We already know this. We already know the United States have sent private messages to Russia threatening grave consequences if they decide to use a nuclear weapon in Ukraine, which we already know those grave consequences will be. The UN coming out again saying the talk of nuclear conflict is unacceptable. Yeah, it is. I mean, why do we need to talk about nukes? Why do we got to nuke each other? Why can't we all live free in this world? I mean, we're all struggling. All people are going through a mess. We got to literally take them all out to get somewhere? That don't sound like a good plan. That sounds like a horrible fucking plan. Oh, is this depopulation agenda? Is this Agenda 21? This is where we're at. We're Agenda 21. Is it finally, after all these years of people talking about it, is it finally fucking happening? I guess we'll wait and see, huh? Is it me, or is TikTok filtering a lot of these comments? Or is it just that many people commenting? All right. We talked about Carson warning that the United States is heading towards nuclear war. Russia. Partners like China and India expressing concerns over Ukraine may have forced Putin's hand and driven him to try to end the war quickly. This ain't going to win the war quickly. I know what he's going to try to do. And this could be a little excuse. Some keywords will not show up. Oh, really? Wow. So they're censoring like that? Show my gifter some love, guys. Show my gifter some love. Hold on. All right. All right. Hopefully that's better. Trying to make this live a little better. It keeps freezing up and freezing up and freezing up. So I wanted to restart to see if that'll work. Did that work? Everybody can see everything now? It ain't glitchy. It ain't weird. Okay. All right, cool. You're back. All right, cool. We back to square one. Good. I seen it getting all glitchy and stuff. I'm like, nah, we ain't about to run this. Bro. All right. So, like I was saying, the Pentagon is having a hard time. The Pentagon is having a hard time recruiting people. They don't want to fight. They don't want to do it. Waiting to talk. Oh, I'm running the live now. I didn't get to do my morning recap because I had to make sure I got through everybody that I wanted to talk to. I got to talk to Pepper Zone Rise. We did good with him. We got to talk to Cosmo. Now I gotta run my live. I gotta do my live the right way, or otherwise people gonna get mad at me. Like, dude, you went all that time talking and you ain't really tell us no news or what's going on. All right. Like I said, they're going to be voting on the referendums today, Russia annexation votes, and 4 Ukrainian regions today. It's all on. I need you to inbox you my number. Okay. I got you, man. I just added you, bro. You've been here for a while, so I trust you. What's her TikTok name? Cosmopolitan. Or The Real Cosmopolitan, I think is her name. Lapid issues a warning to Iran in UN speech. We have the capabilities and we are not afraid to use them. Israel's Prime Minister Lapid accuses Iran of conducting an orchestra of hate towards Israel. Yes, I know about the two-state solution. I talked a little bit about that yesterday as well. I looked a lot more into that too. The CSTO, this is a Russian NATO group. This is like a little small Russian NATO group. But the CSTO chief meets the army chief of staff in Armenia, probably showing support. Probably a little show of support. A detailed discussion in the situation in certain areas of the border regions of the Republic of Armenia took place. The sides discussed further possible steps of the organization. In the current situation, the statement said, they're asking for Russian equipment. They're asking for Russian military help. Russia's not actually able to provide it right now because they're in a full-blown war with Ukraine. But they are starting to really step that up. They are already starting to do that. Markets are crashing. The dollar has risen. This shows tensions rising in the world. This is showing that things are unstable and people are panicking. And I mean, people like companies are panicking. So, people are paying attention to this mess. This affects us all. Thank you for the feathers. Show my gifters some love, guys. Show my gifters some love. I do add all my gifters and donors. I got you, Hot Mess Jess. Oh, welcome back, Hot Mess Jess. I ain't seen you in so long. How you doing, girl? And Rico. Damn, this must have been that important. It must have been that important, huh? This must have been that important of a day, huh, guys? Yes, thank you, No Celebrity. Thank you, Parton. Thank you, Viva. Show Viva some love. Show all them gifters some love, guys. We all family on this channel. We all family here. All right. Let me shut this window so it's a little more a little more quiet. Sorry about that. There we go. So one thing we want to talk about another thing. Look up here. Look up here. Ukraine will receive long-range missiles from the United States. The Odessa Journal. This is straight from Ukraine. Ukraine has now came out and said that they will receive long-range missiles from the United States. What kind of deal did we make behind the scenes that they're not talking about? Which long-range missiles are we talking about? Are we talking about the ATA-CMS? Them super long-range missiles that can hit deep into Russian territory? That Russia warned time and time again will cause a nuclear war because that's a threat to their existence, which says in their doctrine? Wow. Crazy. 100K. Thank you for the 100K likes. Show all my supporters some love on here. What's up, Lisa? Just added you as well. Show all my love, all my supporters some love, man. All right, let's continue on. We're going to move on to the next one. We're going to go down. We're going to go down on this one. So they said this will have a negative impact not only on the internal situation of the Russian Federation, but create an external crisis around it. Now Ukraine has a chance to soon receive long-range missiles from the United States that will help it liberate Kherson and destroy the Crimean Bridge. That's y'all goal. That's y'all biggest goal. Destroy that bridge, huh? The bridge that Russia needs to get this war pumping, from the south. The bridge that is helping the Crimean people and the Ukrainian people and the Russian people down there. The bridge that's really going to set things on fire is what I mean. I'm not trying to, I don't want people thinking, oh, yeah, he's going pro-Russian side. No, I'm just saying this bridge is really important for this war. So if they hit that bridge, I hope they know all the consequences that's going to come back on it. Ukraine might be in the clean suit, but all of us, we're fucked. I don't know if Russia would nuke Ukraine unless, Russia knows they're going to get nuked or something. So at that point, like, well, it's already radiation in our country, so fuck it. What's up, Miss Diva? Miss Diva Sparkle. Show Miss Diva Sparkle some love. Thank you. The United States love their proxy war. Sure do, but it's turning into a total war. Martial law soon. Facts. I was reading a comment, but facts. 100%. You're on to something. Thank you, Chrissy, for the donation to my PayPal. Thank you, Chrissy, for the donations. Thank you, everybody, for donating, man. I wasn't expecting this many today. You guys are doing great. Moderators, you're doing a great job. I love you guys. I haven't gotten any complaints in my live or anything on my Instagram about, show Becky some love. But I haven't gotten any complaints about the wrong person getting blocked or anything. So we good. Why are you pay app? I didn't understand the question. I'm sorry. I didn't understand the question. Show Mark some love. Thank you, Mark, for the donations. Okay. Putin's nuclear threat won't deter the United States aid to Ukraine. Hey, Puerto Rico, I hope everything's going good down there. Did y'all get your power back on and stuff? Much love from up here in America. Many prayers to you down there in Puerto Rico. Why don't you just use PayPal? Why are you using this app? Oh, I do have PayPal. I have PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App that I receive donations from because I know this app takes from it. Some of it goes to TikTok. So I have my own too. The United States yesterday issued a warning. You have Zelly? No, I do not have Zelly. Or Zelle. I don't have Zelle. China's blockade will trigger response U.S. Navy. So this came out from the U.S. Navy. Thank you, McCoy. Just added you, McCoy. They are warning that if China decides to go through with this blockade around Taiwan, if y'all don't know, China put their military on high alert yesterday, getting ready for military action. for a military operation. Now, people are suspecting it's Taiwan that they're talking about. I don't know if it's Taiwan they're talking about. They could be talking about Japan. They could be talking about America because they're trying to get those 40 ports in Latin America. They could be talking about anywhere. But people are suspecting Taiwan. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Thank you. Oh, that's for the number? Thank you for the donation to the Cash App. Thank you, guys. That's showing love. They got all the ports. Yep. East and west of Panama. I'm like, wow, that's not good for us. That's right below us. And we already got enough chaos coming up from down there. We don't need to be handling more on top of handling the world's problems when we can't even help our own problems right now. Poland distributes iodine pills to civilians in fears of a nuclear strike. This was confirmed by the Minister of Interior of the country. Oh, in Europe since the beginning of this year, since the invasion of Ukraine started. How much more need to happen for people to realize? By the time that America's ready to receive these, they will be ran out of. By the time Americans need these, they will be ran out of. So start getting them now. I already got mine. Start getting your potassium iodide pills. Thank you, Attack. Computer repair. Oh, hold on. I'm at to add you. I'm at to add you as a friend. Thank you for the fireworks. Oh, did it pop up? Oh, there he is. He's up here. Yeah, we're friends. Okay. Awesome. Where do you get them? You can get them on Amazon. You can get them mostly online. Potassium iodide. There's 65, and then there is I think 124 or 128. I heard the 128 ones are better, so go with those. What are they for? They're for your thyroid, so no radiation gets past it, so you don't get like thyroid cancer or some shit. It's to protect you pretty much from radiation. Well, protect that area. But it's for low levels of radiation. If there's a high level of radiation, it's not like, hey, a nuclear fucking war, boom, 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 it's all out there, and you just go outside, you can breathe. No, it's not that. No. So it's more if there's a nuclear leak or just low traces of radiation in the areas to stop it from harming you. I'm not sure, but I was just saying tomorrow or the next day isn't promised. Yeah, facts. It is not promised. Vladimir Putin with a conscription order. More than 1 million reservists are in arms recruitment. Centers are flooding. Iodine pills distributed in Poland of fears of a nuclear strike. So this is the second article talking about Poland being scared of a nuclear strike. The 130 milligrams is the one that you want. 180 pills for $30 on Amazon. Yep, that's the best one. That is the best one. But don't just take these things. Something has to really happen. Hold on. I'm just prove to you guys that I actually have this shit. Because some people say they got shit and they don't really got it. This is what it looks like. Potassium iodide tablets. Mine's is 65 milligrams. This is the type of that I have. But this is to help you with radiation. Now, it only tells you to take these in emergency circumstances. So you cannot just abuse these and all that. You will get sick as fuck. You'll be in a horrible condition. Only take these if it's all right. Continue on. And yes, I am getting more. This ain't about to be the only ones. I found pills on Amazon. How many should I buy? Be your own judgment. I don't want you to drag yourself either. Be your own judgment. Get a couple of bottles just in case. This dude has a cross and he's calling me Dr. Fear. Great. we got Christians calling me out, and that's supposed to be against Christians' religion to judge other people. Jesus. Whatever. Okay, I'm done with it. All right, let's continue on. So Armenia is firing on Azerbaijan's border. That has started shooting up again. They have started shooting up again. NATO is very concerned about this. United States is very concerned about this, and everybody's kind of hoping that this just kind of passes over, but I don't think it's going to do that. Order mine things. You're welcome. You're welcome. You can ask the pharmacy to order it for you. Yes, you can ask the pharmacy too. If they're not out, they will do it. Okay. I wanted to get to a little bit before this because we kind of been stuck in this area. There's other things that I have to talk about. And I got to go way freaking back to talk about them. All right. I think that's the one. So we have Xi Jinping getting their army ready. For, like I said, military action. I told you I show everything that I talk about. What about liquid potassium iodide? 130 milligrams. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. That's for adults. Talk about the rich ladies in their forest glass houses. They have radios. I'm not going to talk about them. They're doing a good job. Conventional war, I see, but not nuclear war. I see both. Big reason that there's a high chance of both happening. A big chance that there's both happening. I see conventional war because NATO's already going to have to get into conventional war with Russia because of the referendums and Ukraine using their weapons to hit those key areas. Thank you, Doreen. The reason I see nuclear war happening is because it's in Russia's doctrine. If their territory gets hit or an essential threat comes on their territory, they can use nuclear weapons. They can also do nuclear weapons if somebody's building up on their border, like the rapid reaction force that's building up on our border. They can also use nuclear weapons if there's nuclear weapons targeting them, or if a conventional or unconventional weapon hits Russia. So they can use nukes for nukes, or they can use nukes for missiles or shelling. Really bad nuclear doctrine to have, considering you have the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons. But if that wasn't worse enough, you will also need a good filter for a face mask and a nuclear fallout. Facts. Yes, Southwest Prepper speaks the facts. Actually, do you want to join South and give him some prepping advice? If y'all want advice from anybody, he'll be the perfect guy to go to get some prepping advice, guys. His channel is phenomenal when it comes to prepping and comes to the news. The man's on it. I love to hear what he's got to say. His name is Southwest Prepper. He's down in the chat. He has his own group as well. He's been prepping for a while. He'll be a good person to show you guys some ways to prep as well. So check him out, Southwest Prepper. Or SW Preparedness Group is the name on here. SW Preparedness Group. So we got Xi Jinping preparing for military action. We got Russia saying that we're about to be involved in the war. We got the United States watching for warnings that Putin is preparing for a nuclear attack. We got the U.S. Security Council saying that the UN must tell Russia to stop the nuclear threats because we're getting ready to go to war with Russia and we don't want to be nuked. But we know it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. Okay. Stay inside today if you can. Yep, facts. Why is Turkey fighting Greece over a territorial dispute in the Aegean Sea? They've been fighting over these islands for a while. And Turkey is saying that the United States is building up, and they've been using Greece territory to send, I think, terrorists to Turkey and start terrorist attacks in Turkey. So Turkey's saying that they're done with it and they're ready to attack Greece now and get these islands back and terrorize these islands. And Greece said that would be full-blown war. So that's kind of where they're at today. Why should we stay inside today? What is that? Is that something that's being said around to stay inside? I have no idea. Why stay inside today? Do I need to get my kids from school? Why, who said stay inside today? Who's saying stay inside today? Hey, Jay, you have a set time you are on? Not a set time, to be honest. I'm pretty much just on when I can be. You did. Oh, did I? Did I say stay in today? My bad. Somebody in the chat says stay inside. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Somebody in the chat. Oh, I don't know. I ain't hear nothing about that. You said facts. Oh, I wasn't replying to stand inside. No, my bad. My bad. I wasn't saying facts to that. Oh, you repeated it and agreed. Oh, my bad. My bad. I might have been in my autopilot mode. Sometimes I read comments and then I'll just say facts. My bad. I didn't realize. I thought maybe they said they want to stay inside or something. I'm like, facts maybe, or I don't know. My bad. Why do we need to stay inside? I don't think y'all need to stay inside. You're good. You can go outside. You can go outside. Have a great day and party in the sun. Where what do they call those? Orangutan. No, it's playing. Let me see. Oh man, I'm done. Poland is going on a military spending spree in a response to war. They're trying to be the most powerful country in Europe, guys. And this, but yeah, that's the only thing I can think about. It could be an EMP they're warning about. They're warning about The Simpsons saying something about September 24th. Some CSB or CSI show talking about September 24th. I'm like, damn. Wow, okay. I don't even know who this guy is. Sorry. Boom, 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 boom. Show Southwest Prepper some love. Show everybody in here some love, guys. Thank you for everybody supporting and showing love to the channel, man. I love what you guys do here. I love what you guys do. that I need to talk about. If we're going to talk about the September 24th, in a couple of hours, it's going to be September 24th anyway. So we talk about the United States September 24th. We talk about Germany September 24th. We talk about Russia September 24th. 24th. Because it's going to be the 24th in other areas a little closer than us. Right, that's what I'm saying. So what 24th are we talking about? Or China? Yeah, China's 24th. Oh man, because if it's their 24th is coming up pretty fast. It's coming out really pretty damn fast. And I'm gonna leave on this note because obviously I got to check more news out today. Not much came out today that I thought was going to come out today because the referendums are being held, but not much coming out. Just besides the United States is not going to accept it. We're having problems at the southern border. Biden's getting impeached and other things that's going on in the news right now. But they are threatening the United States and Europe with hypersonic missiles. There is no going back. Remember, hypersonic reaches targets in Europe and the United States. The Western establishment in general, all civilians of NATO countries must understand that Russia has chosen its own path, Medvedev said. Donbass and other territories of the referendum after joining Russia will be significantly strengthened by the armed forces. Turkey has not left NATO yet. They're going to leave NATO. They're not leaving NATO yet. They're trying to join the SCO. If they join the SCO, they have to leave NATO. That no NATO member could join the SCO. So that's what pretty much guaranteed that Turkey's getting the hell out of NATO. And Germany wants them out, and France wants them out. So that's the big thing with Turkey. Medvedev said that Russia should not be scared by story. Oh, wait. Donbass and other territories after the referendum and after joining Russia will be significantly strengthened by the armed forces of the Russian Federation. Not only the possibility of mobilization, but also Russian weapons, including strategic nuclear weapons that can be used for the protection. Medvedev said Russia should not be scared by these stories that NATO would attack Crimea. Hypersonic missiles can target Europe and the United States much faster. Now, this is the head of the Security Council in Russia, and I've talked about this in my live a couple of times, but I keep bringing this back up because this is that bad. It's trying to kick me off of your live. Keep preaching, brother. Keep moving, bro. Keep moving. Word is Putin is recruiting from prison. Yes, it's true. And I thought of that as a crazy Russian strategy because they're arresting protesters. And I'm like, okay, what if they send these protesters to prison and just send them out to the battlefield? Now they got their numbers. I'm pretty sure there's mass numbers of protesters there getting arrested and probably sent straight to the Ukrainian battlefield. So that's a crazy tactic to think about, but yeah. I got that shirt. Oh, thanks. Yeah, somebody just one of my TikTokers gave me this shirt. I've been falling in love with it. Waited until October. Yep. Some people look like they volunteered to get on the bus. Yeah, some actually volunteered. It was like 10,000 people that volunteered to go sign up for the military. And there's still more. There's huge lines to sign up, but there's also huge lines to get the fuck out too. So it's divided half and half, just like the United States will be. Some of us will be ready to fight. Let's go. And some of us, oh, hell no. I think I got allergies. I don't know if I should get on that bus, man. I got bad diarrhea. Oh, no, shit. Yeah. Okay. Canada is preparing for military operations. World War III is on. Yes. Canada is preparing for military operations as well. So is Estonia. Estonia is doing massive war games on the border with Russia. Jay, the referendum is happening. Putin could justify nukes. Yes, he can, especially if they hit him now. I'm trying to answer all these questions like 1,200 people in here. I love you guys, man. I love you guys. Thank you for everybody that's coming through, man. Show love to the channel if you can. If you can, it's okay. We still love you either way. I put all my donation stuff at the bottom of the page. Let's continue going on. Russia's threatening to nuke the United States. You know it's bad when the United States can't even go and do nothing about it because Ukraine is telling them to nuke Russia. Now, I don't agree with that. Ukraine is saying nuke Russia before they nuke us. And I'm not talking about nuking the United States. I'm talking about nuking Ukraine. Zelensky yesterday has told the United States to nuke Russia's nuclear sites. Yesterday. Y'all on board with that? Are we willing to go that far? Are we willing to go? Are you on board with that? Y'all want to nuke Russia? Bruh, source is all over your local news, bruh. Turn on the TV. Go and look. Yes, it's true. It was all over Fox News. It was all over CNN. And it was all over my sources. That literally, he demanded the West nuke Russia. He demanded. He didn't ask. He didn't say, hey, we need to. He said, no, I demand that Russia get consequences. I demand that you use everything in your arsenal to make sure they're justified. I demand that you use. Pretty sure you would now. He showed the article. It's out there. Yep, it is. Hold on. I don't know if I saved the bottom of the article. I know I saved the title of it. Thank you, Aaron, for the donation. Thank you, Aaron. But yes, Zelensky asked us to nuke Russia. That's why I'm like, dude, what? Oh, come on, bro. We can fight Russia. We can, probably hit some of their military sites or something like that. But just off the back, nuke them? Dude, that ain't Japan, bro. They can nuke us back. That ain't Japan, bro. No, they tripping. And you're going to tell me this ain't the globalist reset plans. Facts. Nah, I ain't on board for that. I'm on board with a lot of things, but I ain't on board for a nuclear conflict with Russia, man. Putin is a bad man, an evil man, whatever y'all want to call him, playing out of his book, but I'm not willing to fight a nuclear war with the man. I'm willing to fight a war, not a nuclear war. Nobody wins, bro. Nobody wins. Any form of nuclear bomb that gets dropped on any country is all in for everyone. Yep. And I said it only takes one country to do it for all the other countries to follow. You can't fight a conventional war without using nukes in modern times. Facts. That is 110% facts. Russia has no nuclear capability. Putin regime will collapse in 2 years. What? Okay, never mind. I had that. That's definitely a troll. I mean, if somebody's saying that Russia has no nukes at all, 100% zero, no capability to get the heck. Okay, never mind. Got to be respectful. We got different trolls. We got different fan bases coming in here. We can't go on this road. But Lord, man, you need to give me some brain cells because I just lost a few. Oh, man, I just lost some brain cells. I thought smoking was bad. Oh, shit. Okay, let's continue on, man. Oh, boy. No nuclear capabilities. I'm done. So, you guys know that the United States is getting ready, right? getting ready, right? And you guys know that Canada's getting ready, right? And I say we set up a boxing match with Putin and Biden. I was still waiting to see Elon Musk take on Vladimir Putin. I was still watching. I was waiting for it. There might be an offer given to Ukraine too that can escalate this war as well, guys. Not all of our options have been used, but we still got some options left. It would take about a half a second. Facts. Russian base in Nicaragua. Facts. That is facts. So now I'm saying facts. I'm actually reading these now. Russia's military is a joke. That is your opinion. That is your opinion. Take it as a joke until they start using their big weapons. Right now, yeah, it's a joke. They're using the weapons that they were trying to use for NATO, which they are fighting NATO with them weapons. Whether you want to say they are or not, NATO's sending high modern weapons to Ukraine that they've been using. NATO weapons is on the battlefield. NATO weapons is being deployed and used. Ukrainians have been trained by NATO members to do this. They've been trained by the best of the world. So yes, Russia is fighting NATO. It's no over exaggeration. They are fighting NATO. Right now, it's the best war we're going to see between Russia and NATO until they actually fight. Now, when NATO gets involved, they're more better at using their weapons. They're going to destroy Russia to the point that they're going to have to use nukes. That's why I'm saying I know nuclear war is going to happen. I know it. 100% know it's going to happen. It's just when. So all we need is a timeline. When? When will it happen? But anyways, I'll be back on here probably around 2:00. I'll have to do it. That'll be my second live because I do have to go to work at 4. People were asking me when I start. I start at 4:00 today. So wish me luck at the jobbo. I have to get all this all these videos out. And hopefully people continue to show love. Hopefully we're going to keep on the same schedule we've been keeping on, guys. Thank you for everybody that wished me luck on the job. Thank you for everybody donating to the channel. Thank you for everybody that's helping out with sharing and that's been showing love. Thank you, moderators, for helping move these on. You guys work so hard. I know our lives are getting up to 1,000 people. And you guys haven't had to block nobody in a while. So I just let y'all have y'all gloves off. I'm like, all right, they can have their little fun. If people are being that ignorant, I don't mind. Remember the golden rule, guys. Love, unity, and peaceful life. But on top of that is preparedness and awareness. Can you do a duo on YouTube so it can record? I could try to save this and put it on YouTube if you guys would like. I could try to save this and put it on YouTube. But I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for coming through, and I will see you guys later. Bye for now. Peace.